Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Also the North Central Chaplain from Broken Chains, JC. Today is October 17th, 2024. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 17. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a situation where you had this ideal experience that you see for your life, where you see a relationship in a specific way, you see a household in a specific way, you see possessions or a job or whatever, and this is what you truly want, and all you get as you chase after those things is absolute resistance from everything around you. It feels like you're fighting a battle uphill. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe it's a relationship with someone and you're doing everything you can to be open and honest and communicative, but they resist sharing anything with you. Maybe it's a physical relationship and you pour into them all day, every day, and they just are aloof or distant from you. Maybe you have that job where you want to continue to grow in it and be promoted in it, and you keep getting overlooked. I know all of us have those situations, don't we? And what we often want to do is quit. Because, well, there's no point on keeping going. And Solomon this morning in my reading had something to say to me. In Proverbs chapter 17, verse 1. Better a dry crust with peace than a house full of feasting with strife. Those are not words that we want to hear when we're striving for the best. And yet, sometimes our striving is creating the strife. Better a dry crust with a peace than a house full of parties that keeps creating more arguments. Right? You have to learn to be content with what's in front of you. Never losing hope. Solomon talks about that all the time. Never losing hope, but being willing to live in peace with what you have in front of you. I'm not good at that. I don't like it at all. I know what the future should look like. More figuratively than absolute. I know what the future should look like based on what I think it should look like. And if they would just do their part, it would look that way. And I'm not content with what's in front of me. And because of that, I may be hindering. Maybe it's a relationship with another person and I want the openness and the honesty and the back and forth of sharing and intimacy to be really tight. And so I share everything with them, but they don't know how to do that. I can get really upset when those things are shared especially when it happens in an environment where that should have come to me as a confidant, and all of a sudden we're together someplace and they're sharing that with a perfect stranger, and I hadn't even heard it before. I'll be honest, I take that as they don't trust me. They trust a perfect stranger more than they trust me, because I had never heard that before. Right? And then to realize that they are giving me stuff, and I need to be content with that, and then trust the Lord and pray for that relationship, that they will start to feel comfortable with me so they could share with me first, if that's the relationship we're supposed to have. Right? Maybe I'm creating something that really was never meant to be. But if I'm not content with what I've got, I definitely won't be content with what they're not giving me. Better a dry crust with peace than a house full of feasting with strife. Better, the King James reads this way, better a dry morsel and quietness than a house full of sacrifices and adversity. I need to learn that lesson today. Maybe it's something you need to hear too. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.